Someone said Gen 10 on the next console. It will happen. I think the console will be announced next year or something. I don't know how Breath of the Wild. I mean, I don't know why Tears of the Kingdom isn't on the new console.
That game, just from what I see, it's a huge like victory because it's the same thing I was saying about Pokemon Red and Silver. Pokemon Red was made, and then in the same small little chip, they built Silver, which I'm like, how did you like expand and compress it, and get it like that? Tears of the Kingdom, like you played it, it's pretty stable.
Oh, it's smooth. Yeah, I remember like people are saying, dude, this runs 10 FPS. So I'm like, and then I play it myself. I'm like, no, it's running normal.
No, even if it's giving you like 30, 40, I'm like, bro, I swear I looked it up. I think it's like it's like the equivalent, like the Nintendo Switch. I think it's the equivalent of like a 970. You can't play anything with like a 1070. It's so poop, but they just have it in there.
They've optimized it.
If they just put, come on, like you guys know GPUs. There's all these great companies. Like, if you see what a Steam Deck is, a Steam Deck can run like 30 to 60 frames, 720p. And now they have one that's like 2080 Ti level and stuff. Like they got,
oh yeah?
Yeah, they're getting to that point where they're able to, like,
how do they fit that in there?
I don't know. They just cool it off really well and do nut stuff. I'm like, so Switch, the Switch is completely like using the last of like an old tech. You saw the difference between PS4 and PS5, right? It's a juggernaut leap. Like a PS4 is so slow and runs like nothing. A PS5 is so optimized, right? If Pokemon did that jump, Gen 10.
I'm kind of imagining it. Kind of PS5, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because going back to what I said, now that you improve the engine, they're just going to layer it more and more and more and more and more. Then that tree is actually detailed.
What do you think the next console would be? I don't think there's any proper, like, I think people just say Switch Pro, but do you think it's going to be, like, what do you think it's going to be? Is it just going to be a stronger Switch or what?
I think they're still going to try to stick to the Switch DNA. It might be like a Switch 2. Because the Switch is such a good put together technology. Like everything about this is just, it's a fantastic thing. The way even this, like being able to use it as a dock, it's got like the tactile thing and be able to just like lock your Joy-Cons and just use them. You know, when I was playing Scarlet Violet, you know the way I played it? I would take my Joy-Cons off. I would just like dock my thing here, have my hands folded like this, and I'd just be like watching the screen, just playing like this.
That's pretty sick.
And it's the most comfortable thing ever. Wouldn't you just think a Switch 2 with just stronger graphics is all we need? They don't have to do any like Wii U, PU, Z2.
I want them to do something exotic.
All they did was put an OLED screen in here. I'm like, bro, this is getting us nowhere.